The newspaper Basilao noted that it is thanks to the decision of leader Kim Jong-il based on its absolute trust in the strength of the people that in recent years Korea conducted large-scale land rezoning and natural flow canal projects and built many hydraulic power plants throughout the country despite economic difficulties. It is a unique method of leadership of leader Kim Jong-il to solve all problems, always finding himself among the people, sitting knee to knee with them and listening to their simple opinions. The newspaper Bientianmai, Gongtapassasan Lao and Heng'an also carried articles praising the great personality of respected Kim Jong-il, devoting himself for the welfare of the people.
Edmund Zhu, Director General of the European Regional Society for the Study of the Future Ideas, recently issued a press statement on the occasion of the death anniversary of the great leader Kim Jong-il in February. He praised that the Korean people's great leader, His Excellency Kim Jong-il, is an outstanding thinker and theoretician recognized by the international community. He said leader Kim Jong-il's ideological and theoretical activities have some characteristics and enumerated facts proving that his ideological and theoretical activities are characterized by pure inheritance of the revolutionary idea of the great leader President Kim Il-sung, new discovery and innovation, clear spirit of times to show a correct road of the people in accordance with the specific conditions of the development of reality, greatness of the width and depth of the ideological and theoretical content he is developing, and diverse ideological and theoretical activities to give perfect answers to all problems arising in the revolution and construction. And he presented his highest compliments to leader Kim Jong-il. He is further developing and enriching the treasure house of human history of thoughts with his outstanding ideological and theoretical activities.
Posters have been brought out to encourage the people to struggle to carry out the militant tasks set forth in the joint calls of the Central Committee and Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea, issued on the occasion of the 65th anniversary of the foundation of the party. The publishing house of the Workers' Party of Korea created posters all to the implementation of the joint calls and towards the spread of a celebration of October. The posters carry an emblem symbolizing the age of victorious Workers' Party of Korea, which is the organizer and leader of all the victories of the Korean people, and the working class powerfully calling for a great innovation and great leap in the general drive for the improvement of the people's living, faithfully supporting the leadership of the party with burning hearts.
Light industry factories in Chagang province are effecting innovations in their efforts to carry out the tasks outlined in the joint New Year editorial of the party and in Youth League newspapers, calling for a radical turn in the people's meeting this year, marking the 65th anniversary of the Workers' Party of Korea. The September textile mill, Gangye knitting mill, and Hichun spinning mill have increased production as against last year through full-time, full-capacity operation of the equipment, along with a powerful struggle to reconstruct the production processes. The Sangjasan General Stock Factory, Gangye Winery, Sunsun Beverage Factory, and other food processing factories are producing large quantities of processed goods while powerfully struggling to perfect the production processes. The local industry factories in the province are concentrating efforts on the production of various foods, and other materials, along with the technical reconstruction of the production processes.
The officials, workers and technicians of the hydraulic power stations across the country are taking innovations to send more electric power to the major fronts of the struggle for the improvement of the people's living in their efforts to carry through the joint calls of the Central Committee and Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea. In the field of the hydraulic power generation, the Kumya Hydraulic Power Equipment Factory is promoting at the full-scale stage the work to build a base for production of water mills with great capacity and send the high-efficient water mills to the hydraulic power stations across the country. The workers of the Hutsungang Power Station, Supung Power Station, and other power stations in different parts of the country are generating more electric power than planned through more scrupulous equipment management and technical management.
Ha Sang-bo, Vice Chairman of the General Association of Korean Nationals in China, issued a press statement on February 23rd under the title, "We strongly denounce the United States and the South Korean puppets for their war exercises against the North." The statement said when the DPRK has presented an important proposal on signing a peace treaty as the best way to build confidence for the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula and is making sincere efforts for it, the United States and the South Korean Party of War Maniacs decided to conduct the North-targeted key resolve and full Eagle joint military exercises across South Korea between March 8th and 18th and continued. The United States and the South Korean parties have shipped a large number of nuclear weapons of various kinds into South Korea and persist in nuclear war moves. It clearly shows once again that the obstructor of the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula is none other than themselves. The denuclearization talked about by themselves is only a deceptive path to conceal their intention to invade the North, and there is no change at all in their ambition to stifle the DPRK in a military way. The statement stressed that the United States and the South Korean parties must act with discretion, looking at the trend of the times aright, and denounce the aggressive joint military exercises immediately.
The People for Peace and Reunification in South Korea held a 98th meeting for peace and disarmament in front of the Ministry of National Defense in Seoul on February the 23rd, demanding the authorities immediately stop production of mass destruction weapons. Speakers at the meeting criticized the colossal amount of taxes are spent for the production of mass destruction weapons, and the authorities do not respond to international demand for banning production and export of mass destruction weapons. Meanwhile, members of the organization staged demonstrations in front of the main home and factory of the group producing mass destruction weapons, demanding an end to their production.
Members of the Democratic Labour Party of South Korea held a press conference in front of the Yongdong Police Station in Seoul on February 24th, criticizing the security authorities for their suppression of the opposition party to stamp out the progressive forces. The speakers in the press conference condemned that the security authorities are intensifying suppression of the opposition party under the pretext of investigations into the admission of the members of the National Teachers Union and the Government Employees Trade Union into the Democratic Labour Party. They insisted that it is an undisguised political suppression of the security authorities to arrest the movement for solidarity of the progressive forces.
Secret shipment of nuclear weapons into Japan proper by the U.S. forces has been disclosed, causing great public criticism. According to the Japanese newspaper Tokyo Shimbun, dated February the 24th, some time ago, the special advisor to the former U.S. ambassador to Japan, in an interview with the magazine, announced that the U.S. forces secretly brought